opponents. While we are still fine-tuning the details for the regional programs in Asia, Oceania, and MENA, we can already share that Europe, North America, Brazil, and Japan will each have a closed league with up to 10 teams. South Korea and Hispanic Latin America will each have a closed league with up to 8 teams. In addition, during each stage, all 9 regions will have open qualifiers. Combined, the closed leagues and open qualifiers will determine which teams qualify for the 6th major at the end of each stage. Each competitive season will run from March through the following February. Stage 1 will run from March to May across all regions and will be concluded by an extended 6th major in May. From June to August, an off-season will offer teams and players time to regroup, rest, and prepare for Stage 2. Stage 2 will then run from September to November with a second extended 6th major organized in November. From December to February, there will be a second off-season as teams and fans start to prepare for the 6th Invitational in February. With 9 regions sending teams to each 6th major, we've extended the format of the event, which will now include an additional phase before the group stage and playoffs. Teams will have 2 possible ways to be part of the 16 teams that will compete in the group stage. By finishing in the top teams of the regional closed leagues, which will directly qualify them for the group stage, or by fighting their way through the regional open qualifiers and the play-in phase in order to qualify for the group stage. The top 8 teams from the group stage will qualify for the playoffs to decide the champions of the 6th major. With more regions represented in each event and some teams coming directly from regional qualifiers, the extended 6th majors promise exciting cross-regional matchups and spectacular storylines. Each regional program in 6th major will continue to tie into the global race to score points to qualify for the 6th Invitational, the pinnacle of the competitive year that gathers in February the 20 best teams of the season to crown the Rainbow Six Siege's world champions. The 6th Invitational is a celebration of the best of Siege, and for this reason, only teams that showed sustained performance throughout the entire season and that scored the highest points in the global standings will be honored to participate in the SI. We can't wait to share more details with you soon at the next 6th Invitational 2023. Stay tuned and don't miss our next update on the new era of Rainbow Six Esports.
That's an incredible amount of changes that have been packed into one video, and you might have some questions about some of the things that you saw. I know that I do. Well, the good news is that we've got 2 great guests here to help debrief some of the things that you saw. Wei, you join us all the way from Ubisoft Montreal. You're the esports director working on the development team. And then from not too far away here in Paris, Zeynep, you're the senior director and the head of regions. Welcome to both of you. How are you doing today?
Thank you. We're doing great, I think. What do you say, Wei?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. It's great to be in the studio. It's great to have this reveal. I'm happy to be here.
Now, the question of many that I'm sure people have, but the one that's on the top of their mind is, why is Rainbow Six Esports changing?
Esports as an industry is such a fast-paced environment, and it's a living organism that we need to adapt to constantly. Went back to the drawing board. We've looked at all the things we've done correctly, and we're immensely proud of what we have achieved in the past years. And as you've seen in the video as well, a lot of our core principles and values are staying the same. But we also talking with our community, listening to their feedback, and speaking to our partners and partnered organizations. We made significant changes that we're introducing today.
Now, was there anything in particular, Zeynep, that inspired the change in this ecosystem?
I mean, it is definitely a great experience to see all these new formats and strategies popping up with the new games and new genres that are being introduced to our space. And it, I think, also shows how much versatile and diverse esports can be in its own. So for us, we have a big portfolio of our games, and they all have different competitive structures. And for Rainbow Six, we thought that this was the best kind of format that we could introduce that would be speaking to the needs of the community, but also the needs of the other members of the ecosystem.
Are you planning on running this program for multiple years? And if so, how will you ensure that it stays relevant for the community in the long term?
And I think the very structure of the new ecosystem that we worked on with the 9 regional leagues and some other things that we're going to be sharing with you in the coming minutes will attest to the fact that it's more adaptable. It gives us the agility to actually be able to change, switch, maybe amend, looking at the performance of the competitive games, looking at